Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer, we were so impressed with yesterday's beer from Other Half Brewing. Went ahead and got this one out. This is their Other Half Brewing's Smoke Screens and Oil Slicks. That sounds like something in a movie or something. And what it is an Imperial Stout, and it says here, Other Half Brewing, Smoke Screens and Oil Slicks Smoked Imperial Stout. 11.5% alcohol by volume. And the date on this is 10/21/16. So it doesn't mention anything about any coffee or anything brewed in it. And being at 11.5%, this beer is going to keep for a long time. So, and here this is the 3rd of February. So 10, 11, 12, 1. It's a tad over 3 months old. So, very nice beer. Very nice. Like I said, this is going to keep for a long time, guys. You could sell this if you wanted to. This was sent to me by Lucas. So Lucas, thanks again, my friend, my brother, for sending me this care package that you did. Matter of fact, it was yesterday that I got it. And he sent me a bunch of the Other Half Brewing's beers. So yesterday's beer impressed the crap out of me. It was very nice. So hopefully this will do the same. I'm looking for this, so I went ahead and grabbed it today. And like I said, this will keep for a long time, but I don't want to do that. Everybody that spends their hard-earned money on beers and sends them to me, I want to do them as quick as I can. It wouldn't be fair to me or him for me to stick this in the closet for a year or 2, 5, 10 down the road. He wants to see what I think about it, so that's what we're going to do. All right. He sent me a little note with this. It says Imperial Stout, a full-bodied Imperial Stout with rich chocolate, coffee character. So I'm hoping they not put coffee in it because that will fade. A lot of times you'll get that from the malt that they use on brewing the beer. And dark fruit and some light smoke. So if it's got coffee in it, guys, it's going to fade. The coffee, if they actually use coffee, it doesn't say that anywhere. If they actually put coffee in it, it's not going to keep. It's like an IPA or a double IPA. You want to drink it as fresh as you can. But it doesn't say anything about brewing it with coffee. So we shall see. We shall see. All right. Commercial description just says smoked Imperial Stout. So it doesn't have the IBUs. I told you the ABV. Let me see. Untapped has it at 65 IBUs, guys. So let's get the top popped on this thing, and while I do it, the cheeses are buttery, brie, good Havarti Swiss. It goes well with your chocolate dishes, of course. Meat is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Ooh, that looks like motor oil. Maybe that's why they call it oil slick. That's where the Pintbacker 9-tumbler snifter, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite snifter. And it says here can be cellared for a long period of time. I ain't going to get it all in there, but I will try to get it all in there before we leave. Sometimes I forget. About a 1/4 finger of head on that, and it was pitch black coming out of there, and it is pitch black in the glass, guys. I got some on my hand. Something my phone is just dinging away in there. Looks good though. I mean, like I said, no light coming through it. Pitch black, guys. Looks like motor oil in the glass, it really does. I bet it tastes better than that though. Let's get a nose to it. Oh yeah. Heavy roasted malt on this. Bittersweet chocolate. There are some coffee notes in there. Licorice. Got a nice sweetness on the back end. I am getting just a faint hint of some alcohol. It's 11.5% though. Come on. Sometimes it's hard to hide that much alcohol. Maybe some dates or some raisins or something in there. Smells absolutely marvelous, guys. Absolutely marvelous. And now that I've been flapping my gums for a minute or two here, and the head is dissipated completely, I can see the beer down in the center of it here. Just a slight ring covering the outside of the glass, or the inside of the glass, not the outside. It's not on the outside, oh, but it's just covering the inside of the glass there. Let's dive in. Yeah, that's what we should do. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Lucas. Wonderful aroma. Wow. The guys here at Other Half Brewing are really doing some tasty stuff. Very impressive. And like I said, Lucas sent me 1, 2, 3, 4. He sent me 5 beers from this brewery. This is the second one that I've had. Yesterday's was a 10. I'm leaning on that number already. That is a fantastic beer, guys. And I say this a lot of times when I get a regular Imperial Stout that's not bourbon barrel aged or barrel aged in something, rum or whatever. The only way this beer could taste a little bit better if you put it in a barrel aged. And I've told you this before, guys. If you want a little bourbon notes in this kind of a beer or this type of beer, get you a good bottle of bourbon. Put you about this much in a jigger and pour it in your glass. And there you go. It's going to kick it up a notch, 2 or 12, and you're going to get those bourbon notes, and it'll probably make you shit-faced on top of that. Throwing a little heavy bourbon on top of this, but if you like that, then I wouldn't do that on a review, but I've been contemplating going into the ABC store and getting me a really nice bottle of bourbon for some of these beers that sometimes Rico or somebody else will send me 2 of a particular version. And if I'd had a second one of this, that would be a prime candidate to throw a little bit of extremely well-made bourbon, a high-dollar bourbon, not some rock gut shit. Throw you a little bit in there and kick this beer up a notch or 12. And you'll get that bourbon notes along with the coffee and the roasted malt and the bittersweet chocolate. It will. And you'll figure out how much to put in there to get the right taste for you. And not overdo it with the bourbon or underdo it. Just the right amount to kick this beer up where it's nice and tasty, not too boozy, and get those bourbon notes that you want. So awesome beer, guys. I'm gonna pour the rest of this in the glass, and that looks just like, that's one of the darkest beers I've ever seen come out of a can or a bottle. It is pitch black. It's like motor oil, yeah, but it tastes a little better than that though. All right. I'm going to sip on this for a little bit, guys. I might step out on the deck and fire up a very nice Maduro wrap cigar to go with this while I sip on it. But we're going to let her have a sip, 2 or 3 out of it, see what she thinks of it. And sip on it for a tad, and I'll be right back and we'll see where it ends up. Looking damn tasty right now. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on about 30 minutes or so. It's up to room temperature now. Guys, I think it's awesome. I really, really do. Very nice roasted, rich roasted malt. Bittersweet chocolate. Hints of some toffee and caramel and dark fruits. A little bit of coffee going on there. I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's a very tasty beer for a non-barrel aged or bourbon barrel aged beer. And it is super thick and decadent. It's very nice mouthfeel. Little bit of alcohol, not much, no burning or anything like that, but you're drinking 11.5%. This is not a Budweiser. It's awesome. Final chug. not going to leave anything in that glass. That's delicious. That is freaking delicious. I was blown away by this beer, just like I was yesterday. Awesomely well made beer. A lot of stuff going on in this beer. I don't see why you could not sell this beer 3, 5, 10, even 15, 20 years. This beer is probably going to be very, very tasty. 11.5%, awesomely well made. Date on the bottom of the can, which they don't need to do for this style of beer. No IBUs. They're a little lackadaisy on that, but it's not that critical on this style of beer. I would like to sit on their IPAs and double IPAs. But delicious. I enjoyed this. Awesome beer. It's a 10. I mean, we've had 2 from these guys yesterday and today, and they've both been 10s. And Lucas sent me 5 beers from these guys, so I have 3 more to do for you guys, and very impressed with this so far. These guys are doing some very, very tasty stuff, and like I told you yesterday, if I could get these beers here, I would buy them. I would definitely buy these beers. And Lucas, you're a pretty lucky fellow to be able to get these beers. I would support these guys religiously if I could get them here. I really would. And if they were a local brewery to me, second reason to support them. Date on the bottom of the can, third reason to support them. Very well done. 2 thumbs up to the guys at Other Half Brewing for what they're doing now. Awesome. Very delicious. And I'll be damn surprised that the other 3 that I have in there that Lucas has sent me from these guys is not just as tasty as this one and the one we did yesterday. So 10, 100 for me, guys. I'm gonna go against the grain on this one probably, but I think it's an awesome beer. I do. Just my opinion. Some people will say, "Oh no, you're crazy." Whatever. This is what I think of the beer. I think it's a 10. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate has 91. That's in their A grain. I think it's better than that. I mean, if there's something in the beer that you find off-putting or not there or absent or whatever, I don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, everything that you want in a beer of this magnitude, all the flavors are there. Everything is there. It's very, it's fresh for this style of beer. It was done in October. Excellent. I mean, it's excellent. I mean, if you drink this beer and you don't find it a 10 beer, I'm curious to what you're looking for. So, over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer has us at 95 overall, 49 in the style. Don't understand the style number on there, but they give it a 95 overall. And for Untapped, Untapped has it at 4.05, and that's in their A category, but it's not a great number from them. So I don't understand what these guys are looking for that they're not finding in this beer. I think it's outstanding. Other than putting it in a bourbon barrel, and I told you how to remedy that with a little bit of bourbon in it, I just don't understand why they're not thinking this beer is an outstanding world-class beer. I do. So, it's my opinion. 10 for me, 100. So, if you've had this one from Other Half Brewing, and it's not because Lucas sent it to me and I didn't pay anything for it, I mean, y'all guys know I try to tell it as honest as I can be. If you send me a crappy beer, I'm going to tell you that I wasn't impressed, I would not buy it. I am impressed with this. I would buy this beer. So, very tasty beer. He doesn't tell me what he paid for this beer. That may be an off-putting factor if this beer costs $20 for 1 can. That may be a factor in that. So he doesn't tell me what he paid for this. So as long as it's not overpriced, it's a well-done beer. It is a well-done beer. So if you've had, like I said, from Other Half Brewing, this is their Smoke Screens and Oil Slicks. And it was an oil slick. It's a pretty dark beer, pretty damn dark beer as far as that's concerned. Looked like motor oil pouring out of a. As a matter of fact, looked like used motor oil pouring out of there. Like somebody draining your oil out of the oil pan. But it didn't taste nothing like that. It was pretty damn good. So I enjoyed this. Great beer. If you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Come on back tomorrow. Let's take something out of the fridge. See you then.